Los Angeles is known as the City of Angels, but if you look around, angels aren't what define the city. There are freeways instead of wings, smog instead of halos, and ambition instead of serenity. So why does one of the most modern, chaotic cities on Earth carry such a heavenly name? It's historical. Los Angeles wasn't named for what it became. It was named for what people hoped it would be. To understand why Los Angeles is called the City of Angels, you have to forget Hollywood, skyscrapers, and traffic. You have to imagine Southern California before the city existed at all. Long before freeways and film studios, this land was home to indigenous peoples, including the Tongva, who lived here for thousands of years. For the Tongva people, this region was not empty or unnamed. It was organized, meaningful, and deeply connected to water. The Los Angeles River, which today looks like a concrete channel, was once a living river that flooded seasonally and made the surrounding land fertile. This detail matters more than most people realize. Because when Europeans arrived, they weren't searching for angels, they were searching for water. In the 16th century, Spain began expanding north from Mexico, driven by three goals: gold, God, and empire. Explorers and missionaries moved slowly into Alta California, establishing missions and settlements along the coast. Each site was chosen carefully, usually near reliable water sources and fertile land. In 1769, a Spanish expedition led by Gaspar de Portola passed through the area we now call Los Angeles. They noted the river, the mild climate, and the agricultural potential. But the settlement itself came later. In 1781, Spanish officials approved the creation of a small farming town near the river. It was not meant to be a grand city. It was meant to support nearby missions and provide food. And like many Spanish settlements, it was given a long religious name. The original name was El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de los Ángeles de Porciúncula. Translated, this means the town of Our Lady, the Queen of the Angels of the Porciúncula. So who was Our Lady, Queen of the Angels? Our Lady refers to the Virgin Mary, a central figure in Catholic devotion. Queen of the Angels is one of her traditional titles. This wasn't random. Spanish colonial naming practices were deeply religious. Cities, rivers, and missions were often named after saints, holy days, or religious figures believed to offer protection. The settlers weren't claiming the land in a symbolic sense. They believed naming it invoked divine favor. Los Angeles was placed under the protection of Mary, Queen of the Angels. In their minds, the city was not just a settlement, it was a spiritual project. The last part of the name, Porciúncula, is often overlooked. The Porciúncula was a small chapel in Italy associated with Saint Francis of Assisi. It symbolized humility, renewal, and simplicity. Spanish missionaries often reused familiar religious references when naming new places. When they encountered the river, the feast of Our Lady of the Angels of the Porciúncula, they gave it that name. So the river became the Río Porciúncula, and the settlement near it became the town of the Queen of the Angels. Over time, the long name was shortened, first in everyday speech and then, in official records. Eventually, only two words remained: Los Angeles. As decades passed, the religious meaning faded from public consciousness. Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821, and California became Mexican territory. The missions were secularized. Lands changed hands and ranchos replaced religious authority. Then in 1848, after the Mexican-American War, California became part of the United States. With American control came a different mindset. The religious symbolism embedded in Spanish place names became, well, historical artifacts rather than living beliefs. Los Angeles kept its name but not its original purpose. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Los Angeles began transforming rapidly. Railroads arrived, real estate boomed. Water was diverted from distant valleys to fuel growth. And marketing took over. Los Angeles was sold to the world as a paradise. Promoters emphasized sunshine, health, opportunity, and reinvention. The City of Angels label was repurposed, not as a religious reference, but as a promise. A city where dreams could come true. A place where people could start over. A modern Eden. Ironically, the angels were no longer divine. They were aspirational. The rise of Hollywood cemented the contradiction. Los Angeles became the global center of storytelling, fame, and illusion. Movies projected fantasy while the city itself grew more fragmented, unequal, and complex. The name City of Angels took on a symbolic irony. It sounded heavenly. But the reality was human. Ambition, success, failure, beauty, exploitation, creativity, and chaos all collided in one place. Los Angeles didn't resemble angels. It revealed people. So why does the name survive? Los Angeles is a reminder that the city was once imagined as something sacred, that its foundation was tied to faith, water, and hope, not entertainment or fame. Even today, the name carries a sense of promise. Not because angels live there, but because millions still believe the city represents possibility. The true story of Los Angeles is not about heaven or halos. It's about how human beings project meaning onto land. The Spanish named it in devotion. Americans rebranded it for opportunity. Hollywood turned it into myth, and through it all, the name stayed. Los Angeles, the City of Angels. So, do you think Los Angeles was named for faith or for power? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring why is Los Angeles called the City of Angels, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and explore more of our travel history series. History is full of lost places waiting to be discovered, and we'll take you there.